Hi guys, so for my assignment, I chose to look at the detection of endangered species of the tiger quoll. So tiger quolls, or otherwise known as spotted tail quolls, are an endangered species located in Eastern Australia in rainforests and wet forests. So little is known about the species. Obviously, there's a scarcity of information due to the population sizes. And so an increase in knowledge of the dynamics of the population can be extremely advantageous for conservation efforts in the future. So one current method that is being used to actively detect presence and absence of the species in certain areas is with using box and cage traps. So this is an active method that allows for direct handling and assessment of the individual, which can actually be beneficial for taking health surveys, health assessments, measurements, and even tagging the animal or specific individual. One con of this method, however, is since it is an active method, it does involve direct handling of the animal, which can increase stress and potentially harm the individual if something did go wrong. So another method that I discussed are using dogs for nest and scout detection. So this is a common method also used with small carnivores and allows for a passive method that doesn't involve direct interactions, but does reduce stress on the animal, but is also able to determine the presence and absence of that animal or even a number of specific animals, an estimate on the population or subpopulation size within an area. So one consideration or potential cons with this method, however, is that consistency is really key with using the same, make sure you have the same dog, you search in the same conditions using the same tracker and locations and the same sampling method. And a third method that I have discussed here are use of camera traps, which again is a passive method, so it does not involve direct handling of the animal. However, this is a stationary device, so you do have a limited field of view, and you often can potentially run into technical difficulties. So out of all these methods and careful consideration, we have recommended that using dogs for nest and scat detection is probably the best method for detecting the presence and absence of tiger quolls in Eastern Australia. So this method not only reduces the amount of stress placed on the species, but also can be used for rough population estimates for a specific area or for subpopulations if done correctly. So all of these, or this method in particular, can help increase the knowledge and population dynamics and can help with conservation efforts in the future moving forward. Two really important papers that were super helpful for me were done both by the main author of Kottner in 2003 and 2004, both published in Wildlife Research Journal. So thank you guys for listening, and I look forward to answering any questions you have.